not abandon its nuclear program as the country sees it as a vital part of the safety of its people. That was the assessment of Vladimir Putin as he spoke at the media conference at the BRICS summit in China. Well, let's now cross live to RT's Kate Partridge, who's in the Chinese city of Xiamen Forest, where the BRICS summit took place. Kate, what were the main points that President Putin brought up in the press conference?
Well, one of the main points that he talked about was obviously, in light of the current climate, was on North Korea. And he drew a parallel here between North Korea, between Iraq and Libya, where regime change was imposed upon them. And he said that North Korea's fear, that threat of regime change, is why North Korea won't be giving up on its nuclear tests.
Everyone remembers what happened to Iraq and Saddam Hussein. He stopped the production of weapons of mass destruction. Regardless, under the pretext of searching for those weapons, Saddam himself was destroyed, alongside his family members. And they remember that in North Korea. Do you think that just because of sanctions, North Korea will forget its policy of creating weapons of mass destruction? Russia condemns those North Korean actions. We think they are a provocation. North Koreans, as I told one of my colleagues yesterday, would rather eat grass than give up on their nuclear program, unless they feel safe.
Well, President Putin also said that the US policy on North Korea doesn't make any sense, and he said that it's absolutely absurd to put Russia and North Korea on the same sanctions list and then ask Moscow to help impose sanctions on Pyongyang.
It's absurd to put Russia on the same sanctions list alongside North Korea and then ask us to help impose sanctions against North Korea. The sanctions regime has hit a wall. It is not effective. But it is also to do with the humanitarian side of things. No matter what we do to North Korea's actions will not change, but millions of people will suffer.
Well, President Putin, as he said there, sanctions don't make any sense, and to him and to the Chinese president as well, they see that the way forward is by negotiation, is by resuming diplomacy as the only resolution to the conflict on the Korean Peninsula.
OK, that's RT's Kate Partridge in Xiamen. Thanks for that, Kate. Now, with the crisis on the Korean Peninsula continuing to escalate, the US envoy to the United Nations says diplomacy is failing with North Korea after Pyongyang conducted its largest ever nuclear test on Sunday. The UN Security Council met for urgent talks following North Korea's announcement that it had conducted a controlled hydrogen bomb explosion, the impact of which triggered an earthquake in the region. But so far, it seems the United Nations has been unable to come up with an alternative or new solution for the crisis.
Enough is enough.
I think enough is enough.
The stakes could not be higher. The urgency is now. Time is short. Action is required. Our country's patience is not unlimited.
The policy of strategic patience is over.
War is never something the United States wants. The United States does not seek conflict. Only the strongest sanctions will enable us to resolve this problem through diplomacy. All of our counterparts need to impose the sanctions. We will defend our allies and our territory. The United States is prepared to use the full range of our capabilities to defend ourselves and our allies.
RT's Nadira Tudor explores what other options are on the table for Donald Trump.
The US and North Korea are stuck in a behavioural rut. Neither seem willing to back down, and it looks so bad you might think a third world war was imminent. But surely no one wants that. So how does the world tackle North Korea? What are the options? Well, option number one, Twitter war. President Trump has been dropping Twitter bombs on pretty every occasion, saying Pyongyang is looking for trouble and threatening locked and loaded military solutions. And South Korea, and I should point out that it's a US ally, is caught in the rhetorical crossfire. Question is, how effective are these Twitter bombs? There's no reaction, except from Kim parading more of his ballistic missiles and even saying he now has a hydrogen bomb. On to the next strategy option, number two. Trade wars and sanctions. The US and UN Security Council have hit North Korea with sanctions over and over again since 2006. And guess what? They don't seem to care. And to add more pressure, the US has been hinting at ceasing all trade with any country that continues to do business with them.
The United States will look at every country that does business with North Korea as a country that is giving aid to their reckless and dangerous nuclear intentions.
But how realistic would this be? That means that approximately 80 countries would be affected, and that's not to mention the economic consequences for the US itself. Option 3. The scariest of all, which still exists, actual all-out war. The US are the only party openly threatening a military response at the moment, and it looks like they could find themselves alone in this fight. Other leaders have been clear about not wanting to go down this road.
I have to answer no to that. I do not see a military solution for North Korea. I cannot accept it.
America's closest ally, the UK, is saying that even a conventional war could potentially wipe out the Korean Peninsula. We keep hearing about the need for diplomatic solutions, yet we hardly see any progress to resolve the deadlock. So, where are we now? Back at the beginning, it seems. But surely there should be no limit on diplomatic efforts. Nadira Tudor, RT.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp, and in the video you just seen today is pretty much the tensions that's rising between all these nations because of Babylon, America, and North Korea. But this is the times that we're living in, okay? We're in the times of uncertainty with those that are heathens, okay? They're the ones that are uncertain what's going on. And as well as those that still believe in the secular narrative instead of the biblical narrative, which is we're in a time of great wrath and great destruction, okay? So let me get out with the first scripture and then get into some current events. Jeremiah 50, verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land and a great destruction. Right. The sound of battle. That's what we're seeing right now. Okay. Big sound of battle. Okay. From all fronts. Okay. Whether it be sanctions, whether it be nuclear war, whether it be invasions. Okay. This is the time we're living in, as well as of great destruction. Because eventually it's going to be nuclear war. All right. Verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Right, man. Because now, okay, at one point in time, America, all right, which is known as Babylon, okay, in the scriptures, you were the one that caused havoc on the planet. All right. You were the ones that was literally, okay, muscling your way via sanctions, via propaganda, via even military, okay, on all these nations, okay. Now, we're now in modern times now, the recent times, okay, today, today, where, okay, the nations are seeing you at America as you're nothing, man. You can't even finish your wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and those wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, okay, was a reminder to, for example, to North Korea, like, hey, America's not to be trusted. We're going to continue our nuclear program. All right, we saw what you did to Saddam Hussein. All right, we saw what you did in Afghanistan. Okay, how it is. Also in Libya, what you did in Libya with Gaddafi. So, you know, these nations are waking up and they're seeing America. You a piece of shit, all right? And it's time for you to catch what's a righteous judgment, all right? And I'll continue on, but I'll go into some scriptures just to, you know, to prove that, hey, man, nations are watching and they're seeing what you're doing and they're not playing games. This is from CNBC. It says, Putin warns hysteria over North Korea threatens global catastrophe. Right. All right. Because it is going to be a global catastrophe because war with North Korea is going to affect many nations. OK, you just saw in that video that a lot of nations trade and they do business with North Korea. OK. All right. I believe it said 80 nations are affected Okay, so if they do it like a trade war or even a war itself, man, it's going to affect, okay, a lot of nations. So this is what Putin said. Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Tuesday that imposing tougher sanctions on North Korea over its nuclear missile program would be counterproductive and said threats of military action could trigger a global catastrophe. Putin, speaking after BRICS summit in China, criticized U.S. diplomacy in the crisis and renewed his call for talks, saying Pyongyang would not halt its missile test program until it felt secure. Right, man, because North Korea saw exactly what happened with Iraq and Afghanistan and Libya, okay, even in places of Africa. Hell, the whole Middle East, man, okay, all right, because really, if you really want to get technical with it, Middle East is just a modern term, all right. Africa and the Middle East are really connected, right, via the Sinai Peninsula. So that whole area, man, North Korea has seen the exactly what America, okay, has done to those nations, and North Korea is not chancing it. They're going to continue their nuclear, okay, testing to have leverage against the American empire, okay, which is Babylon, okay. Quote, Russia condemns North Korea exercise. We consider that they are a provocation, Slovakia, but ramping up military hysteria will lead to nothing good. It could lead to global catastrophe, told reporters. There's no other path apart from a peaceful one. Putin was speaking after South Korea said an agreement with the United States to scrap a weight limit on its warheads would help it respond to North Korea's threat after Pyongyang conducted its sixth and largest nuclear test 2 days ago. Right, because now America told South Korea, hey, man, you know, your warheads, don't put a weight limit to it. Make it bigger, man. Make the payload bigger, okay? Make the explosion bigger, all right? So, you know, North Korea is seeing this, and they're not backing down, right? This is the times we're living in, all right? And that's why these nations, once again, Babylon has become a desolation among nations, because now no longer Babylon can be a power player amongst these smaller nations. These smaller nations are like, nah, we're going to bring you down too. Let me go to verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. Thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Right, man? So the Lord laid a snare against you, American peons, man. Because really, man, not only North Korea is about to light up you Americans, man. You got China, Russia, Iran. They about to light you up too, all right? The Lord is against you, America. The Lord has been against you, all right? Verse 25. The Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. Right, open up his armory, okay? And brought forth the weapons of indignation. Right, what's that indignation? Thermonuclear fire, man. That's why you hear rumors of wars, talks of nuclear war, because it's going down, man, all right? For this is the work of the Lord of power, of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Right, man, let's talk about America, okay? So, let's see what North Korea can do. This is from Fox News. It says millions of Americans' lives could be at stake as North Korea threatens to attack power grid. Right, man. Okay. North Korea may very well have the ability to kill millions of Americans without directly firing on U.S. soil. For the first time, the Parea country state news agency warned it could hit the U.S. with an electromagnetic pulse onslaught, a threat that experts contend is both very real and comes with catastrophic consequences. Right, man? So, you know, hey, North Korea got the technology, okay? We live in 2017. All these nations, these let the weak say I'm strong, okay? We're seeing it, all right? All right, America, your days are numbered, okay? And I want to finish up on this article because there's this point that I want to get at, that even Putin was like, yo, you Americans are freaking hypocrites and ridiculous. He did. Where is this at? Yeah, here we go, right here. It says, while describing additional sanctions as the road to nowhere, Putin said Russia was prepared to discuss some details around the issue without elaborating. The Russian leader also lashed out at the United States, saying it was preposterous for Washington to ask for Moscow's help with North Korea after sanctioning Russian companies whom U.S. officials accused of violating North Korea sanctions. Right, man. It goes on and says, it's ridiculous to put us on the same sanctions list as North Korea and then ask for our help in imposing sanctions on North Korea. Right, man. You Americans are fucking retarded, man. You're insane, man. You know what? And that's why I got this scripture out, because this is why America's got to be destroyed. James 1:8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Right. And when you look up the word double-minded, okay, the key point is divided in interest. At one point, you want to sanction Russia. All right, because you see what Russia's doing over there in Ukraine, all right, and you see what Russia's doing in the Middle East. But yet you want Russia to help you out, America, to stop North Korea? Man, Russia's like, man, fuck you, man, all right? And that's why it's so beautiful that Putin said that, man, because it goes to show you how fucking hypocritical you are, America, man. You fucking Americans, man. You government, you fucking shadow government, you deep state, all right? You congressmen, you senators, all right, and all you fucking people that still go out and vote for this piece of shit nation, man, you're a bunch of hypocrites, man. And that's why the Lord's got to judge this place. And he's going to use these nations to put fuel of fire on your fucking cities, man. All right? You're fucking double-minded, man. And you're unstable in all your ways. Fuck out of here. That's why, though, this is beautiful what Putin said, man. All right? And I ain't for Russia, but I'm for them to annihilate America. Why? Because that's how we get out of. That's how the elect of Israel get out of America. All right. That's it on this article. This is to show you how fucking hypocritical America is, man. All right. Oh yeah. Here's another article, man. Just to like ramp it up. China banks oil giants at risk from Trump's sanction threat. Right. You got this cocksucker Trump just running his mouth saying, "Yeah, man, we're gonna sanction China, banks, oil giants." Because they're not trying to put pressure on North Korea. Are you fucking insane, man? All right? China can wipe you out with their economy alone. All right? You fucking Americans are proud as fuck. But it's all right, though, man. This is all beautiful. Because all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai to put that pride on y'all so you can be destroyed. Because the scripture says pride goeth before destruction. In fact, that's a spirit right there. Pride. Salaki, I want to find this pride goeth before destruction. Yeah, Proverbs 16:18. All right, King James. Pride goeth before destruction. Right, man. And that's why the Lord put that pride on y'all, man. You want to sanction Russia. You're going to sanction. Now you want to sanction China. All right. Then you're fucking telling Russia, China, to put pressure on North Korea. Man, you a bunch of prideful devils out here in America. All right? That's why the Lord's going to fuck y'all up, man. And he's going to make sure, man. He's going to make sure he does it in so many ways, man. Not to go off topic, but as you can see, all right, you got the debt ceiling kicking off, man. All right? In September. That's something you little American peons should be watching. The debt ceiling. What they're going to do if they pass the debt ceiling, right? Because they got to attach the Hurricane Harvey to that debt ceiling, all right? Not to mention the hurricane that's coming here to Florida, man. All right, down here in Florida. What type of damage is that going to do, all right? And on top of that, the economy itself, man, all right, it's overvalued. And many investors are seeing that, okay? So you got a lot on your plate, America, man. But you're a bunch of proud fucking devils, man. That's why pride goeth before destruction, all right? That's why it's going to be beautiful, man. The Lord has created the perfect storm to take you assholes out here in America down. All right? And a haughty spirit before a fall. Right, man. All right? You got a haughty spirit. Okay? In fact, I'm curious. I want to see what that word haughty means. I just want to see what the definition is. Haughty spirit. Oh, by the way, if you think this is boring, or if you think this is just a waste of that I should just get to the point, you can delete this, all right? This is only for the elect. Arrogantly superior. Ooh, that's a beautiful. I like that. Let me blow this up. This is a haughty spirit. This is America, man. All right, this is the people that walk around America. You have an arrogance about you. Conceited. Yeah, you're fucking conceited, man. Okay? Snobbish. Superior, right? You a bunch of racist devils out here too, America. You think your American country is better than anything else, man. All right? And that's a form of racism, man. All right? So that's superior, right? You are a bunch of racist devils, all right? starting with the so-called white man, all right? Because you're the fucking devil the Bible speaks of. And that's really you. You think you're proud, arrogant, conceited, snobbish, superior, self-important, pompous, okay, condescending, scornful, all right, big-headed fuckboys, all right? Notice how I use all that synonymous to put the definition on this, on you little fucking crackers out here, man, all right? That's what y'all are, man. You're a haughty spirit, man. That's in y'all. That's why you're going to go down, man, all right? So do this, please, Trump, all right? Do this, all right? Because China's going to fuck your world up, all right? Here's another article, okay? Then I'll get into some scriptures. China, this is from South China Morning Post. China, U.S. mistrust over THAAD and military relations failure. U.S. defense official says. Right. And this is really what it comes down to, man. North Korea, I've been saying this, all right? This is just my opinion. North Korea is the fucking patsy, man, all right? It's really about getting these weapons into South Korea to hedge against China. And China knows this. And Russia sees this too. And China and Russia are close with each other. That's why they got the SCO, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, because they know that's really what you want to do. You piece of shit Americans. You want to put that THAAD in South Korea so you have, okay, a full range of attack positions on China. But guess what? China don't sort this out. That's why China is allowing North Korea to do what it does best, all right? And be a pit bull, man, and start barking by testing its missiles, all right? Because that's really what it goes down to, okay? North Korea is controlled by China. Let's just put it that way. Let me read this article. This article is beautiful too, man, all right? The mistrust between the U.S. and China over the deployment of U.S. missile defense system on the Korean Peninsula is a failure of military relations between the sides of long-time U.S. defense between the sides. All right, comma. A long-time U.S. defense advisor said, adding that persuading China that the system is not against it could be extremely difficult for the U.S. Michael Pillsbury, that's a funny fucking last name. Anyway, sorry, Slovakia. A well-known China hand and former U.S. Defense Department official said on Tuesday that the U.S. installation of Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, or THAAD, system in South Korea has inflamed people in China's military and intelligence operation to the extent that they believe the move is part of a large American plot. You see? You see? That's why China's allowing North Korea to do what it does, because of that THAAD. They don't trust you Americans, man. You Americans are some fucking conniving, deceitful bastards, man. All right? And China sees it. To neutralize China's nuclear deterrence capability against the U.S. Exactly, man. So that's the reason why, man. And this is why I brought the article. So let's see if there's here we go, because this is the point. Let's get on America. And that's been my spirit the whole time since I got into this truth. All right? My main spirit is to make sure you fucking Americans, man, understand why you get your judgment, all right? And your fucking judgment is an ICBM. And that's it, okay? Verse 26. Come against her from the utmost border. Open her storehouses. Cast her up as heaps and destroy her utterly. Let nothing be left. Right, man. And that's what's coming, man. The War of Armageddon. The Mountain of Troops. World War III, man. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right? Nuclear war. All right? That's what's coming. And that's what needs to come. All right? Because America, you have done the most wickedness you can be, man. It's time, all right? And don't say you haven't been wicked, all right? Homosexuality, transgenderism, just to name a few. Oppressing the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here in America, all right? So-called, all right? Because they're really the Israelites, all right? Creating nothing but havoc on the four corners of the earth, all right? Your bullshit science, your bullshit philosophy, all right? Your democracy, all right? That's why you have to be wasted, and you have to be destroyed utterly, that there's nothing left of you, okay? Verse 27. Slay all her bullocks. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for the day is come, the time of their visitation. Right, man. It is the time of your visitation, man. America, you have been sitting as a whore, as a queen, and says, hold on, Salakia, let me get that scripture. All right, let me get that scripture. Isaiah 47. 47 and 1. Yeah, here we go. Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne. Right. Okay. There is no throne. Okay. That's you. You Americans, man. You have no throne anymore. It's time for you to sit in the dust. And that's how you're going to be annihilated, man. You're going to be ashes to ashes, dust to dust. There will not be anything left of America. O door of the Chaldees, for thou shalt nowhere be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Right. America, you're being revealed as the most piece of shit nation on the planet. And it's time to destroy you. All right. And that's what's going to happen. These nations are going to destroy you. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Right. Okay. And the point is, the point is that you're the virgin daughter and your old daughter, and you're sitting, and sit as a who seeth me, Salakia. That's not even this. But hey, that was beautiful. I mean, that's a beautiful scripture. Yeah, she sit as a lady. Here we go. And Isaiah chapter 47 verse 7. And thou sayest, well, let me just continue reading it. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Right, because the Lord's going to be coming back to judge you. Verse 4, and as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Right, because it's all about Israel, man. The Lord is going to establish his kingdom, which is the nation of Israel. Sit thou in silent, get thee in darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Right, man, that was you, America. You were known as the Lady of Kingdoms, the Statue of Liberty, right? All right, that's why you're known as the whore of Babylon. Okay. I was wroth with my people. I polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Right. We went into your hand. We went into captivity. We went into America. Okay. And our inheritance too, because right now we're finding out we were Israelites. But prior then, we were known as bywords and proverbs, right? Thou didst show them no mercy. Right. You didn't show our people no mercy. Upon the ancient thou hast very heavily laid thy yoke. Exactly. Verse 7. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither did thou remember the latter end of it. Right, because that's the pride in your heart. You honestly thought that you were going to go on forever, and it's not, man. You know, the Lord's bringing you down. You're seeing it. All right, so that was it. I sit as a queen. I thought that was another scripture. Let me just see. Sit as a queen. Oh, that was in Revelation 18. Salakia. All right. Revelation 18. That was the spirit on me. And that was the spirit of the Lord is to do that. Revelation 18. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse. I'll read the whole thing. Revelation 18:1. After these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and became the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Right, all right? Devils, man, all right? Starting with your so-called white people, man, all right? And that's why it's fallen, all right? This place is full of devils. All right. It has every foul spirit walking among this place. Okay. Verse 3. For all nations have drunken of the wine of her wrath, of her fornication, and the kings have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. Right. And that's how you know this is talking about America, man. This is talking about America. Okay. Who else is making money off of America? What other nation is making the kind of money that they were making off in America? Okay. This is how you know. Wall Street. Okay. Verse 4. And I have heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive none of her plagues. Right, man. And this is talking about the philosophy of this place, okay? Believing in America, believing in America's way of life. Like, it's, you know, for example, but thinking homosexuality and transgender is okay. That's not okay, all right? All right? Saying a woman is above you. All right? A woman is more precious than a man. That's bullshit, man. All right. The man is one that brings the nation back into this world. Okay. Without a man, you can't have a nation. All right. Democracy. I mean, I'm gonna get on that democracy. That's really wicked, man. Democracy comes from the Greeks, and the Greeks, all right, were wicked as fuck. All right. I'm curious. I just want to see the word come out of her, my people. I don't know, Slakia. Spirit I got me on is come out of her. Ek. Away from. Place of time. From out. Exceedingly. Out among. Thenceforth thereunto. Right. Just, you know, come out of her. Away from. Right. Get away from her philosophy. Because we can't get out of here physically because we're still in captivity. All right. So I just wanted to see what that word was. But anyway, only the elect will have the patience. Everybody, those that don't have the patience, hey, man, America's going to be destroyed. All right, if you live here in America, man, fuck you and die. Okay? Verse 6. No, Salakia, verse 5. No, verse 4, Slakia. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive none of her plagues. Right, what's the plagues, man? Thermonuclear war, all right? Verse 5, For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Right, all the iniquities, all right, that we read in Isaiah 47, okay? Verse 6, Reward her even as she rewarded you. Right. What does she reward us, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man? Look at the conditions we're living in, man. We're getting gunned down. We're living at the bottom. All right. We're constantly stereotyped. All right. Look at our land. Our land is decimated. It has faggots running around. Has fake Jews running around. All right. So this is why the reward has to go upon, okay, on them for what they did to us. Reward you and double onto her. Double according to her works, right? And her works were nothing but evil, all right? So double. In the cup which she hath filled to her double, right? So it's double, man. Double on top of double, all right? So it's going to be, you so-called white people, man, and you people living here in America, man, you got a lot coming to you, man, all right? Verse 7. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. Look, man. Torment and sorrow give her, man. The Lord wants to bring torment and sorrow to America. All right, that's why you got all these calamities happening at the same time while you have North Korea threatening nuclear war, Hurricane Harvey, okay, racial tensions, civil war discussions, all right, economic, all right, an economic turmoil that's about to come. It's going to be horrific. America, you're going to be the worst. You're going to be judged the worst out of all the nations under the heavens, man. All right? For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen. This is the point I was trying to get to. And am in no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Right? And that's the pride. That's why pride go before destruction. Because you said you sit a queen. All right? And nothing's going to happen to you. Well, that's a lie. All right? You're going to go down, thus saith the scriptures. Verse 8, therefore shall our plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. Right, death, mourning, and famine. All right, that's what's coming to America. And she shall be utterly burned with fire. Thermonuclear war. For strong is the Lord of the Most High who judges her. Right, all right. So that's how you know this is definitely not talking about, ancient Babylon. Okay, Babylon didn't get destroyed with fire. This is not talking about Iraq today. All right, there's people still living there. All right, they didn't get hit with a whole bunch of fire. There's still people still living in ancient Babylon, which is modern day Iraq to this very day. In fact, you got U.S. soldiers there. Okay, so that's not talking about that over there in that country. It's talking about here, America. All right. So let me get to the final scripture and then I'll close out. This is a little bit long, but you know, we're in a time where these prophecies are coming to fruition and they're breathing and they're living, and it's beautiful. All right, you gotta love it if you want to get out of America. All right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21. I want to start at 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Right. We had a solar eclipse. Okay. We had the solar eclipse that kicked off on the 21st of August. All right. And then after that, and upon the earth, the stress of nations. Right. These nations are stressed out. Not only do you have a nuclear war kicking off, you have civil unrest in many of the nations. You have economic turmoil. All right. Haves and have-nots fighting amongst each other. All right. You have weather catastrophes. I mean, in India, China, here in America, Babylon, America. All right. The earth is the stress of nations. All right. With perplexity. All right. Meaning confusion. All right. Uncertainty. No understanding. The sea and waving roars. Right, man. All them weather catastrophes. All right. Storms, floods. Verse 26, men's heart failing them for fear. Right, man. A lot of people are scared now, man. I know on social media, you're seeing people now wanting to turn to God. And with a bunch of hypocrites, man. All right? You're a bunch of hypocrites, okay? Because he should have been turning to God, all right, before. And then the God that you're turning to, okay, is not the God of Israel. You're turning to false gods. So, hey, but that's beautiful, because men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. Right, because they know war is coming, famine, all right, earthquakes, pestilence. They know it's coming. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. All right, yeah, and that's the final one, thermonuclear fire. All right, and that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, okay, who's the omnipotent, all powerful, all knowing, all right, who gave his son, okay, the keys, all right, to take down the wicked, all right. And that's why Yahweh Shai, man, who the ignorant world calls Jesus, when he comes back, which is in Luke chapter 20, verse 27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. That's when you're all going to bow down, man. That's when you're going to know, man, truly know, okay, who the true power on earth is, all right? And with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. Once again, we live in these times where nations are about to get judged, rumors of war, and we're here, man, all right? In America, you're going to be judged, man. And that's the spirit I've always been on. America, you have to be judged because you're not fit to rule anymore, okay? You are not fit to rule, okay? You're not worthy to rule anymore. And we see it here, the prophets, as well as, of course, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai put the spirit on us to see it, okay? Because he's been seeing it, and he's been waiting, and it's time for it to be revealed. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, all right, who've been pushing this truth, okay, for over 30 years, all right, the water. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing the truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, love you, brothers. Continue in the faith. Continue pushing. All right, we're almost out of here. As well as the sisters who continue to watch, the few that do watch. All right, continue to follow the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. And with that, you know our slogan: 1, 2, 3, death to America. Shalom.